Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. How are you, students? Today we will study physics, chapter number 9, physical optics. Today topic is polarization. Polarization is actually the confining applied rays to one particular medium. Confining applied rays confining applied rays applied rays to one particular medium to one particular medium to one particular medium. For example, natural sunlight and almost every other form of artificial illumination transmit light waves whose electric field vectors vibrate in all perpendicular planes with respect to the direction of propagation. For example, ordinary light have vertical vibration, horizontal at certain angle, and other angles. So it's ordinary light have all types of vibration. Ordinary lights have all types of vibration. So interference and diffraction effect are the best evidence to prove that the wave nature of light. Interference pattern, interference phenomena, interference phenomena, and diffraction effects and diffraction. Diffraction provide evidence that light have wave nature. Light has wave nature. Wave nature. Light has wave nature. But these phenomena, however, don't give information whether light waves are longitudinal or transverse. Longitudinal or transverse. Polarization is the process by which electric and magnetic vibration of light waves are restricted to a single plane. Now, method of polarizing light. If you look here, this wave have all planes of vibration. This vibration, this type of vibration, this type of all plane of vibration. Here only vertical vibration. After passing through this mirror, the light wave have only vibration which is vertical vibration, and here the vertical vibration is also blocked. This is called analyzer, and this is called polarizer. So it is possible to transform unpolarized light into polarized light. Polarized light waves are light waves in which the vibration occur in a single plane. The process of transforming unpolarized light into polarized light is known as polarization. There are a variety of methods of polarizing light. The four methods discussed on this page are polarization by transmission, polarization by reflection, polarization by refraction, by scattering. So we will discuss the polarization by scattering, by refraction, by reflection, and by transmission. Now if you look, this light ray have all plane of vibration, vibrating in this plane, this plane, this plane, this plane, this plane, and after passing through the polarizer 1, this after passing through this glass, polarized glass. It is restricted to one particular plane and that is also blocked. This is called analyzer. This is called polarizer. Now, if you look to this diagram, this is ordinary light. Have vibration in all planes. When it is passed through passes through a polarizer, the light get polarized, and it is also blocked by the next polarized lens or mirror. So at the end there is no light. Here it is, the polarizer is at some certain angle. It is polarized according to the position of the polarizer, and this is optically rotated. Called optical rotation. Now here the light ray have all plane of vibration. Here have all plane of vibration restricted to one particular plane. So it is polarized. It is called polarization. The light ray is restricted to one particular plane. So now here you will study polarization by reflection. So if you look, this light ray have different plane of vibration, vertical, horizontal, at certain angles. So only two is taken, two is shown. Otherwise it will have all plane of vibration. It is ordinary light, all plane of vibration. When it passes after reflection, it is confined to one particular plane. So it is called polarized reflected light ray. Polarized reflected light ray. Reflection of light of non-metallic surface result in some degree of polarization parallel to the surface. So before reflection it is unpolarized, and after reflection it is polarized. So this is called reflection by polarization. Reflection by polarization. Now I will clear it. This is unpolarized light. This is polarized after reflection, and this is polarized after refraction. So here two types of polarization take place: polarization by refraction and polarization by reflection. Here light ray is reflected, refracted and polarized. Here light ray is reflected and polarized. So this is polarization by reflection and this is polarization by refraction. Now here the light ray is reflected and refracted. So this is called polarization by refraction, and this is called polarization by reflection. Now here polarization by reflection. So here the light ray is reflected and refracted. So if you see, one light ray is reflected and its medium vibrate vertically. So this light ray is polarized vertically and this light ray is polarized horizontally. So when light strikes, polarization by scattering, when light strikes the atom of a material, it will often sets the electrons of those atoms into vibration. The vibrating electrons then produce their own electromagnetic wave that is radiated outward in all directions. These vibrating electrons produce another electromagnetic wave. This scattering light is partially polarized. Polarization by reflection again. You can see unpolarized light can be polarized either partially or completely. This can be polarized partially or completely. This is called complete polarization. Reflection applied of non-metallic surface result in some degree of polarization parallel to the surface. So here the unpolarized light strikes and it is polarized in the other way. If you can see here, polarization by scattering is shown. Here it is ordinary light, unpolarized sunlight. It hit the molecule and the molecule absorbed it. In this direction it is reflected unpolarized way. It is partially polarized in this way, and here it is completely polarized. So if you observe the polarization by scattering, you see different types of polarization. Partial polarization, you can see unpolarized light, you can see polarized light. So polarization by scattering, when a light wave passes through a gas, it will be absorbed and then re-radiated in a variety of directions. This process is called scattering. For example, unpolarized light, here it is absorbed, gas molecule, and radiate in this direction. Light scattered at right angles is plane polarized. It is plane polarized. So here it is plane polarized. Now polarization by transmission and polarization by reflection. You can see in the given diagram, here a polarized light is passing. Polarized light is passing, so it is passes undeviated. Here the light ray will be blocked. Here it will pass and here it will blocked. Here unpolarized light strike the surface and it is polarized in some particular plane. Polarization applied from non-metallic surface. Application of polarized light. Polarized light. First application, reducing glare. Reducing glare. Glare caused by light from smooth after reflection from smooth surfaces such as road and lakes can be reduced by using polarized material. For example, a light ray is reflected from smooth surfaces. Smooth surfaces. Here light ray have all plane of vibration. It is reflected from this surface. Might be its vibration in this plane will increased and vibration in this plane will be decreased. It is called partial polarization, because the glare is present and here the glare is increased, the vibration is increased, so it will produce glare. This glare can be reduced by using polarized material. You can use polarized glass. Optical activity. Now the next is optical activity. Optical activity. When a beam of light is made to pass through some certain material, liquid, sugar solution. The direction of vibration of the transmitted polarized light is found to be rotated. This phenomena is called optical activity. For example, this is glass sugar solution, and you pass polarized light through this one. Let's say here this angle is 90, here the same line, this is the original direction. Now it is rotated in this direction. So here when it is passed through sugar solution, it is rotated at some certain angle called theta. This is called optical activity or optical rotation. For a solution, the angle of rotation depend on the concentration and on the concentration of the solution. Concentration of solution. Solution. The instrument which measure this is known as polarimeter. With the help of optical activity, you can determine the concentration of the solution. How concentrated the solution is. Curtainless window. Next application is curtainless window. Curtainless window. Two polarizing sheets are fixed in a window, one inside and the other outside. The inner one is rotated in such a way to adjust the amount of light to be admitted. For example, if you place one lens like this and the other placed after this, it will block the light ray completely. It will block the light ray completely. So you will manage it according to your need. The next is control of headlight glare. Control of headlight glare. During night, safe driving is possible if each car having polarized headlights. Polarized headlights. Not to produce glare. Polarized glass eliminate the glare of light as it is partially polarized by reflection from water and road. Stress analysis. The last application is stress analysis. Stress analysis. Stress analysis. When glass, polyethylene and some other plastic are under stress by bending, twisting or uneven heating. Plastic, polyethylene, are under stress by bending, twisting, by bending, twisting, they become doubly reflecting, and if viewed in white light between two crossed polarized color fringe are seen round the region of strain. This effect is called photoelasticity and is used to analyze stresses in plastic model of various structure. So produce permanent changes, so called plasticity. So called plasticity. So this is the end of this chapter, and inshallah In next week we will start a new chapter. Today we explain polarization is the confining of light rays to one particular medium. For example, if light have all plane of vibration and after passing through a mirror or lens, it have only one plane of vibration. This is called ordinary light, which is unpolarized light, and it is called polarized light. Now, different types of polarization: polarization by transmission, polarization by refraction, scattering, and application. We done this, so revise it and do it accordingly. This is unpolarized light. This is polarized light. Here ordinary light, polarized, and it is blocked, so no light. It is optically rotated. Unpolarized light and polarized. Polarization by reflection. Ordinary light, and it is polarized to one particular plane, so it is called polarization by reflection. It is polarization by refraction. Polarized, unpolarized. It is called polarization by reflection. It is called polarization by refraction. Polarization by refraction, reflection. Vertical polarization, horizontal polarization, polarization by scattering. This is polarization by reflection. This is polarization by scattering. The unpolarized light absorbed by molecule and it is reflected in this direction, which have only one plane of vibration, so it is polarized. It is partial polarization if it contain two plane of vibration, one in a huge amount and the other one in a small amount, and it is emitted in unpolarized light from a molecule. Polarization by scattering. So unpolarized light absorbed by molecule and released in a polarized way. Polarization by transmission, polarization by reflection. Thank you, students. Do revise. Wish you best of luck. Allah Hafiz.